Greetings and welcome back to The Good, the Bad, and the Poorly Written. My name's Luke. I'm a writer, director, and film editor. And in this series, we're taking a look at my first feature screenplay and trying to make it a bit better. The script, titled Crime 6,200 Feet, is a neo-noir about a ski bum living in South Lake Tahoe who attempts to investigate a crime. I wrote it when I was a ski bum living in South Lake Tahoe. Last episode, we looked at some scenes where Sam went on a stakeout and got his first intel on José. Today, we're going to look at scene 35, which is really like 6 or 7 scenes all mashed into one. In it, Sam has a chance encounter with José, and in the process, gets some valuable intel. Actually, in this section, he has 2 chance encounters with José, and if you count his stakeout back in scene 34, he really has 3, which is way too many chance encounters with someone. It just feels like cheating. So a big part of what we're going to do today is look at the 2 encounters and see if there's a way to make them less coincidental, or do we need to bring out the shredder? All right, let's get into it. Scene 35, exterior, state line, afternoon. A bus pulls up near Harvey's casino and stops. Several people get out, including Sam. He is now wearing his cooking pants and shoes, but he still has on the beanie, hoodie, and jacket. He starts to walk briskly towards his work when he notices the import car from José's drive by. He turns to watch and is surprised to see José turn to look at him. The car goes around the backside of the casino and drives out of sight. Sam turns and starts to run. He heads between the casino and the bus stop/station, through the valet, and in front of the next casino. He runs down the side of the parking structure as a family of tourists in an SUV look at him. He follows this driveway until he gets to the large parking lot behind several of the casinos. He turns towards the retaining wall and takes a step up it, jumps and grabs one of the bars of the railing and pulls himself up. He scans the parking lot quickly and sees the import pulled up next to a small truck in the far corner.
Heck yeah!
He squints at the figures in the distance. 4 men are standing behind the cars. They look like they're in between a confrontation and a business deal. Eventually, one hands the other something and the opposite reciprocates. Sound effects. Bzzz, bzzz. Sam is startled by his phone ringing. He hops down from the railing and pulls it out. It is his work. Sam, looking at the time. He opens his phone.
Hey.
Sam, you on your way?
Yeah, I'm at the bottom of the hill. I'll be right there.
We're totally slammed in house. I'll send one of the drivers to get you.
Okay. I'll be in front of Caesar's.
Bye.
See you soon.
He realizes that the other person has already hung up. He flips his phone shut and walks towards his meeting place. On the way, he pulls out his notepad and writes the time, number of people, and possible encounter. Cut to. There are so many problems with this section. First, it's a great example of coincidence. South Lake Tahoe isn't big, but it's not so small that you'd see the same person 3 times in one day. Because later in the evening, Sam is going to run into José again. The next big issue is that there's no conflict, no consequences, and the clue is so vague it's meaningless. Let's break those down. No conflict. Sam follows José's car. Sam watches a potential drug deal. Sam gets a phone call. He's late for work. There's no struggle with following the car. There's no fight or tension between José's crew and the others. And the phone call, it's just exposition. No consequences. Sam isn't spotted by José as he snoops. Sam doesn't get in trouble for being late. Like, imagine if José had spotted Sam and he dropped off the wall and he twisted his ankle, or he fell and broke his phone. Then his decision to run after José would have some real consequences. And the same is true with the phone call from work. What would have happened if he had ignored the call? Would he have gotten fired? Would he have had to work late? What knock-along effects would those decisions have had on the story? Always think about your characters and the decisions that they make. Do their choices make things easier for them, or do they make them harder? And going up a level conceptually, how do those decisions showcase their flaws? Or conversely, how do they illustrate growth? Like at the beginning of the story, they choose poorly. And then by the end of it, they choose wisely. There's actually an entire episode I want to do on the importance of character choices driving the story forward, but that'll have to wait for another time. For now, let's keep going on this. Useless clue. Who are the other men? What car do they drive? What is the result of this meeting? if I was going to keep this scene, I'd want to directly tie these two mystery men to some of the players in the conspiracy that Sam discovers later. That would give the audience a great aha moment when Sam and they figure it out. As I worked on this section, I was pretty sure I could solve the clues and conflict part of it, but I couldn't figure out how to make it not overly coincidental. So this scene is shredded. All right, let's keep going with the rest of the original. Montage. Pizza cooking. Sam is cleaning his workstation. He pauses intermittently to take a sip of beer from a pint glass. He glances at the clock. It reads 12:15 a.m. Sam cleans a little more, downs his beer, and walks out of the kitchen.
Good night, Cassie.
Good night, Sam.
Sam grabs his jacket and beanie and heads out into the cold. A light snow has started to fall. The ground is just slightly covered. The snow is cut by the tracks of automobiles and the occasional footstep. Sam walks down the hill towards State Line and his bus home. He slides on the snow, nearly losing his balance.
Damn it.
He continues down the hill more carefully, holding his hands out for balance. As Sam reaches the intersection, a small import car comes wildly down the hill. The driver, obviously unfamiliar with operating a vehicle in the snow, hits the brakes, locking the tires. The car slides out of control across the intersection. Panicking, the driver spins the wheels in the direction of the spin, sending the car into a 360-degree spin until it T-bones on the lamppost on the other side of the curb.
Oh,
Reacting quickly, Sam runs across the street. His adrenaline racing, he doesn't slip until he goes to stop, but instead of losing his balance, he slides right up to the car. Sam looking inside.
Oh, Jesus.
Sam realizes that the car is the same that he saw earlier because in it are José and the older Mexican man he saw earlier. The older Mexican man sits in the driver's seat, unconscious, his head bending forward limply. On the driver's side is a blood-smeared spiderweb of broken glass. José, sitting in the passenger seat, leans back in his seat. His face is bloody and the windshield in front of him is cracked. Sam notices his seatbelt is undone.
Are you guys okay? Can you hear me?
There's no response.
Que bueno, escúchame?
Still no response.
Oh, oh,
Sam pulls out his cell phone and dials 911.
Please state your emergency.
Yeah, I'm at Kingsbury and Highway 50. There's been an accident.
Okay, sir. Remain calm. How many people are involved?
Just two in one car.
Still talking with the emergency operator, Sam pulls open the door. He checks the pulse of both men, taking care not to move them or get blood on himself. He stands up for a moment, then thinking, reaches into his jacket and pulls out a tissue. He proceeds to open the glove box. Inside is a small caliber handgun, a few small sacks of marijuana, and a glass pipe. Sam, licking lips.
It.
He grabs the bags of weed and holds them up to examine them. They look similar except for one. He reaches in and takes a small nug. He puts them back in the glove box, being careful to put them in the same position as he found them, then closes the latch with the tissue. He wraps the nug in the tissue and puts it in the inside pocket of his jacket. Sound effects. Sirens. Thinking again, he reaches in and checks José's pockets. In them he finds a cell phone. Pulling it out, he checks the last number dialed. In the last 10, there are 4 different numbers. Quickly, he writes them onto the back of a pizza order ticket, putting a star next to the one that was dialed 7 times. He leans in and replaces the phone. Just as he leans back out, the fire engine pulls up. Cut to... Oh man, there are so many problems with this section. First off, it's missing a ton of scene slugs. The montage should be its own scene, as should Sam cleaning the kitchen, Sam in the dining area, Sam outside the pizza shop, Sam walking down the hill, and the car crash at the intersection. The next problem actually started in the first section we read, with the character on the phone being named Voice. We already have a character we've seen use the phone at Big Apple Pizza. It's Becky. And we can use her here again instead of introducing the new character, Cassie. In general, the less characters you use, the better, both for story and production considerations. These problems are all pretty easy to fix, but I think the scene has an opportunity for Sam to make a decision that will have some real, lasting consequences. Specifically, the part where Sam opens the glove box. He proceeds to open the glove box. Inside is a small caliber handgun, a few small sacks of marijuana, and a glass pipe. When I first reread this, it'd been so long since I'd looked at the script that I'd forgotten a lot of the details, and I was sure that Sam was gonna take the gun. But young Luke didn't have him do that, And I think it's a real missed opportunity. Honestly, I'm not sure how changing the scene so that Sam takes the gun will ripple out and affect the rest of the script. But it's one of the first hard choices that Sam has had to make during his investigation. So let's grip it, rip it, and see where it takes us. 35A, exterior, Big Apple Pizza, night. A neon open sign buzzes to closed as a heavy snow falls on a mostly empty parking lot.
Good night, Becky.
Night, Sam.
The door opens and Sam emerges. He stops and looks up at the snow, a galaxy illuminated by the soft orange glow of the street lamps. Zipping up his jacket, he walks through the fallen snow to the 35B, Kingsbury Grade Road. Sam walks down the snow-covered sidewalk, keeping his hands out for balance. As he nears the intersection at the bottom of the hill, he hears the sound of old brakes locking up on a car with bad exhaust. Turning, he sees a small brown car coming down the hill out of control. The driver oversteers, putting the car into a 360-degree spin. As the car passes, Sam sees that it's the same brown Tercel as earlier, with the two guys. The car continues its spin to the bottom of the hill where it T-bones into a lamppost.
Oh,
He runs over, sliding on the snow as he stops at the 35C. Smashed Tercel. The first thing Sam notices is the blood-smeared spider's web on the passenger's side window.
Oh, God.
Inside, he can see José and the older Mexican man both slumped over, unconscious.
Are you guys okay? Can you hear me?
No response.
Que bueno? Escúchame?
Still nothing. Sam pulls out his cell phone and dials 911.
Please state your emergency.
Yeah, I'm at Kingsbury and Highway 50. There's been an accident.
Okay, sir. Remain calm. How many cars are involved?
Just one. 2 people in it.
Keeping the phone to his ear, Sam opens the door.
Are the individuals responsive?
No, but
He pauses and checks José's pulse. The older man groans but doesn't move.
they're both still breathing.
Thank you. Help is on the way.
Hanging up the phone, Sam looks around the car. On the floor in front of José is a flip phone. Sam grabs it. Flipping it open, he sees 3 recent numbers, with one being called several times. Quickly, he writes them on his hand. As he sets the phone back down, something catches his attention. He stops and sniffs, his nose directing him to the glove box. Sam opens it and sees several small bags of weed and a .32 caliber handgun. In the distance, the whine of sirens can be heard. Sam looks in the directions of the sound, then back at the glove box.
It.
Without thinking more, Sam reaches in and takes the drugs and the gun. Tucking the stolen goods in his jacket, he shuts the glove box, closes the door, and walks off into the night. Cut to. So some pretty big changes from the original. Overall, it's cleaner, more straightforward, and now Sam makes a decision which may come back to haunt him. It gives his investigation a whole new weight. And that'll be a wrap on today's episode. Next time, we'll be looking at a short scene where Sam follows up on the numbers he got from José's cell phone. Until then, be good and write well.